Alright boys, you may be wondering why I'm opening this clip with a crankshaft on the bench. Well, how messed up is that? Until it got hot and sit there for a second. Alright, so anywho's, looking at this motor for the 72 430 after the 8199 success here. And this motor is a steaming hot pile of garbage. Of course, the wrench fell in the oil. Great. Grand. So anyhow, balloon connecting rod. I mean, I knew it before I got it. I didn't notice anything else being screwed up in here, which maybe I should have looked at before I got it oily and picked the camera up, but I didn't notice anything. Let me see if I can find that flashlight, or is it inside? Probably inside. That would make too much sense. Alright, let me use my phone. Oh, come on. Hold on. Phone wants me to use passcode. I don't know why you need that to get in the flashlight. Now it goes in the flashlight. Okay. So, there's a little bit taken out of the bottom of the skirt there. Right at the webbing of the block, which doesn't appear like it hurt the block. The cam, near as I can tell, looks okay. I'll have to look at the governor gear a little bit better. But at the moment, the block would probably fly. I'll have to do some measurements. There is some light scoring. You guys can see it is very light scoring. And there's a spot over here. I don't know if it's dirt or what it is, but anyhow, I think the block will fly. So we're gonna have to clean the crank up. I gotta see what size piston was in that because I didn't get the original, I don't think. And see if we can save this crank. It looks like this. Oh no, that's the pilot. I don't know, the gear definitely spun on there at some point. That was a one-piece gear though. I don't know. So anywho's, machine shop. Could try the muriatic acid or the concrete etching stuff, but my assumption is it needs turn. This is the only place right here that is down to the steel. Here as I can tell, I can catch my finger on it, so it is definitely scored badly. So, anywho's, I guess that's going to be it for this, for the moment, because I kind of need the motor. And I really don't want to drop that off in a machine shop, but I may. I also may go ponder around eBay and see if there's a halfway decent crank on there at the moment, and go from there, because I do need to order some other stuff. So, anyhow, later guys. I should play around with this other KT and see what it's like. I'm kind of done with KTs for the second. We'll just... Oh, that one has a good breather tube. I'll take that and put that in the other one. Okay, later guys. I'm all out of slime too. Dang it. Alright guys, I know I've owned this tractor probably about a month already. Probably pretty close. But anyhow, 72 430. I haven't really monkeyed with it much, other than rolling it off the truck and into here, literally. I already did the video about the motor. I've done the 8199 KT. The B10 is done. So really assessing this, it's missing all the PTO parts. I don't really know why the PTO plate is out of it. Is the bearing completely gone? Is there a bearing right somewhere? I think somebody just pulled the bearing out of it. I think I have more of these on some transmissions. I need to look. But obviously that means the transmission isn't bolted in securely, which it is what it is. The high-low planetary looks good. This also has snowplow latches. It does have both sides on it, correct? Yes, it does. And here's the real kicker. All 4 tires have held air the whole time it's been sitting here. So, as you guys have seen in the other part, this crank is foobar for sure. There's a lot of aluminum transfer, and I'm assuming it is junk. I've never mic'd it, but minimum it would need turned. So, what I need to do is find another motor to put on here. I really need to go hunt around. I don't have too many 400 series. There's a I don't know if I got another 450 crank over there or not. I think they're... the lights aren't on. Anyhow, you guys can't see through the dark. Oh, you guys can kind of see the shelf. Anyhow, there's 2 CCKAs up there, but I think they both have straight cranks. That's why I had to hot swap the crank in the 450. So, let's go out and check in my motor building and see what's going on. I'm kind of trying to kill some time before I go down for the tractor rodeo tonight. Dairy Egg Fair Week. So, we'll see what we can find. But otherwise, this tractor, relatively complete. It's missing the height adjuster knob. Big deal. I probably have a few of those over there. PTO knob. Again, big whoop. Few of the inserts in the dasher tore out. Again, big whoop. I have some of those, and I keep those in stock. Light switch operates. Don't know if it works. It has a key switch in it. Do the throttle and choke cables work? Yep, choke cable works. Throttle cable works. I'll be dipped. So that right there makes it worth something. Got a shifter plate on it. Normally every one I get, the shifter plate's missing. And there's a gas tank in it. Front axle has let's just say she's worn. So anyhow, like I said, let me go float around here, see if I got any options to put on this Kowalski. So I'll be back. I'm starting to hate wild animals. I'm a good 450. I need to clean this. This thing was actually... I redid this about 10 years ago. My phone is dinging. Who's it now? It was RW3 Dog before. I don't know. Double dinged. I don't know. 400 series motors. So 800... I think one of these two might be step cranks. From what I remember. Oh! I forgot about that. There's another 424 motor back here. I could stick that on there and make it run and try out the transmission. I think that motor's complete too. That's an idea. Until I get the other motor rebuilt. That might not be a bad idea. I forgot I had that. Alright, so add that on the list. And I would like to get these tractors out of here. I guess I'm going to have to start putting tarps on these. See all the bird caca? I know, like the birds. It's only on the tractors up the center because of the way the lights are and everything in here. So, what am I watching? Is that water leaking down? I don't know what that is. Anyhow. Yeah, so that would actually be a good one. It wouldn't be quite right, but at least it would work. And I'm pretty sure this is a 14 horse motor, and from what I remember, it smokes and carries on. I think. And that's a 10 horse motor, but off of a 800, even has the adapter plate, so that may be my best bet. Alright. Maybe one day I'll haul that out of there. I don't quite feel like wrenching my back today, because I gotta haul tractors Sunday. So, yeah. Alright, guys. So, maybe where we go with this project. I got a lot of stuff over here. See, there's the two-piece. Ooh, actually, right there's one of them PTOs. I kind of forgot about that. Hey. Well, there's another one. Oh, it's locked up. Great. What else do we got? Any more of those here? Alright, well, I'm going to look around off camera for 400 series parts. There's some of that in the other building. And see what I can come up with. Alright, alright. There's the step gears. Alright, boys. I think I did a video. I got the motor out. I got to polish the shaft on that. That's a whole other story. This is here. I've acquired a few pieces out of some other places. What in the world is this? It pays to have tractors. So this tractor has all the PTO stuff on it. Pretty much, I gotta drop the transmission out of this to get the PTO parts, but I don't really know what else to do because the shifter arms are special to the 400s, and near as I can tell, I'm gonna double check before I pull this transmission out, because I'll find it after I pull the transmission out, that there's none of them shifter arms in the drawer, but I can take that spring, bracket, and that may have changed from earlier to later, because this is actually a 67 transmission in like a 69 or 70 frame. If I remember, this frame is about broken half somewhere. It was one of the reasons I changed it, and it wasn't original. And actually, the tractor I built out of this just come back from Dairy Ag Fair, so got that going. Also, I might pull the seat riser off of this. I didn't realize it had a seat riser on it, so we'll pull that out, pull that off, and once we get all the parts out of this, then we'll pull the transmission out of that, because it's just easier that way once I double check a few things. So the old 3 tractors to make one kind of deal. And I still don't have any seat pan washer spacer holder deals, shoulder spacers. And also, did it drop on the place? It's underneath the 818. I don't know if you guys can see, but remember I was talking about the cover off the 8199 KT? Was on this transmission, keeping the stuff out of it. So, anywho's, I guess let's get after it. Haven't decided if I'm going to pull that beside this, or I'll just leave it here, pull it up on the bricks, and do it like that. I don't know. Stay tuned and find out, I guess. Well, boys and girls, I kind of hit a wall with this project. I was going along pretty good, got the motor put on, and then I realized like all the battery cables are missing, and the choke and throttle cable is there, like the fuel line's there, but it's been removed, so I don't know. Just kind of hit a wall with this, and I haven't monkeyed with it since. So maybe I'll get back to it here. Because really I'm pretty close. If the motor will run, my issue is this motor, of course an airplane would fly over right about now, will actually take a special hitch compared to the regular motors. That was actually pretty low. And yeah, that made me realize that it's not going to work real easy, and also the fact that this needs a starter generator voltage regulator to make it charge. But if I get it so it'll start and run, at least it'll drive in and out of the shed here, and then that makes it a whole lot better. If I can just toss a battery in it or jump it off with something, and then it'll run and drive around the yard. So, alright boys, that's it for this one. At least want to take a video here before I forget to do that again. And hopefully I'll be back trying to get this thing running.